Hey everybody, I'm just going to record a little bit of Distant Worlds. I'll turn the music down. It's really good music here. It's real good music, actually. Um, so I've done the tutorials. They're actually really well done. I kind of knew a little bit how to play from watching some videos, but these were actually nice. They were good to go through and do. There's some options here. The basic thing I wanted to talk about quickly and first is actually that you don't control a lot of this game by default unless you want to. So if you don't want to have to worry about diplomacy, colonization, building and designing new ships, you don't have to do that. The AI will handle all of everything for you. In fact, you could actually set everything to fully automate and just sort of sit back and watch the game play itself, I suppose. I do have automation turned on and suggest everything, which is most of the default. Some of these used to be just do it. Like I think colonization was fully automated, but I kind of like being involved in that process a little bit more. And as I get more comfortable with the game, I'll probably start taking some of this stuff off and doing it by hand. But that's the first piece. The second piece is the Empire settings, which is kind of neat. For example, you can define how much of a powerhouse of your fleet looks like versus the enemy that it wants to fight before it starts fighting. So if it doesn't outmatch it, for example, by 2 to 1, it doesn't initiate a combat. You can set that lower or higher if you need to. There's a lot of tweaking you can do here. So far, I've been mostly playing with the defaults. I've got a game in progress that is actually, if you go to start new game, you can do the introductory game right here, and it just jumps you right into an easy game, a classic with an abundance of resource and very few pirates. Great way to learn the game. I'm actually about 4 or 5 years into that game, and some really cool stuff is going on there. So I'm debating, do I start a new game or do I keep loading this one up? I think what I'll do is quickly blow through setting up a game and showing off the options in that, and then kind of explaining how the game works just a little bit at the beginning, and then I'll load my existing game up and you can see something that's already in progress and some of the, well, I don't want to say higher end technologies. There's a lot of technology, but I'm dipping into tier 3 stuff, tier 2 for sure. So first thing you can do is choose when in the timeline you want to play. I mean, you can play so far back that you don't even have warp technology yet. So you're sort of stuck in your home world, just sending out ships in sublight speed to explore just your own known solar system. Kind of like where we are now. Alternatively, you can play in the Age of Shadows, which is just a little bit into trying to figure out. Actually, I'm not sure where that is exactly in the timeline. Classic, I think, is where you actually have warp technology, and most folks do. There's a couple story elements here you can pick from. Age of Shadows, I believe, is just an older time where the pirates had massive power because they actually had warp technology. You did not have warp technology. The civilizations of the galaxy didn't have warp technology yet, but pirates did. Some progenitor race they founded or something. There's the Ancient Galaxy. Ancient Empires have carved out. I don't know what this is. I think this is from an expansion. Most of these are from expansions, I suppose. So for a simple introduction, you want to do Classic Era. So we'll just do a Classic Era game. That's kind of what this is, but it's on easy, so I'll play a little harder and with some tweaking and stuff. Pirates are a bit of a threat, but you'll start with a big enough fleet that you don't have to bow to them necessarily. So let's do a Classic Era game. Also, you can do a custom game, by the way, which lets you basically, these are all presets, but if you want to just completely customize and tweak something, that's what you do it at. However, I'm going to just pick a classic game. We're going to go with, you can have a lot of stars, just for fun. Let's do a giant, huge, I'm not going to play the game too much, so we'll just go with these huge number of stars packed in a 10 by 10 sector. Actually, let's just see what the whole thing looks like. I'm going to do a spiral galaxy, a ring, an irregular, even clusters, buried clusters. Let's just do an irregular. That's kind of how something like Master of Orion 2 would have looked at, if I remember right. There's a lot of races, and each one has their own Empire settings, which is like a collection of AI routines that determine what does it do if it conquers a race, how does it handle its taxes, how do these guys handle their tech, what do they focus on. You can tweak that stuff, but the collection of those settings help make up what the race plays like when you encounter them. We'll just stick with humans, being aggressive and cautious, but friendly and intelligent and dependable. We have better spies, and we have gifted researchers, and these specific resources grant additional boosts if we have them in our empire. And here are our race-specific victory conditions. Outside the usual victory conditions, we have extra ways to win. Every race does. We begin the game with an extra spy. We're more likely to get ambassadors and colony governors, but we're less likely to get fleet admirals and troop generals. We are more likely to get scientists, though, and, of course, spies. And lastly, our special government that's only available to us, or, well, this to a few, I suppose, corporate nationalism, and we have no special technology, and we're not disallowed any technology either. So we'll leave it on normal. I don't see any reason to adjust that. You can actually set it to scale as you, if you're succeeding, you can set it to get harder as you're winning. Which is kind of a neat idea, but no. So what's our corporate nationalism special government? Normal approval, a little extra corruption, a little reduced growth rate, and research speed, and colony income. Maintenance costs are heightened. This sounds terrible. Troop recruitment, 25%. War weariness is reduced. So their war weariness is reduced, I guess. But that seems like not a great way to go. What do we got for a republic? Not much corruption. Normal growth rate, which is probably for the best. Bonus research. It seems like the way to go. We always change it if we're willing to go crazy. Start the game. If I were to customize it, there are a lot of ways to customize it down to the pirate strength, how many pirates there are. The other factions can be individually identified and statically assigned, even down to the sector level. It's pretty amazing. So let's just take a look at this giant empire here. Alright, so here's a quick what your race looks like and what you should be doing. Constantly expand your empire, build up military, and use diplomacy to make friends. So, alright, let's pause the game. This looks confusing, but it's not. Here's why. Most of these ships are small freighters, mining ships, and the like, and they're private sector. We run the government. We don't have any control over what these private ships do. They're your mining operations. They are producing trade. They're bringing resources in from their mining operations in other planets and gas giants and the like. We concern ourselves with collecting taxes from them. So if you go into the Empire screen, you'll see they have their own cash on hand. They used to purchase ships and fuel. We get money from them when they do that. We collect money from them. They need money to grow. We need them to be growing, so we produce escort military ships, fleets that protect them and the rest of our empire. So, and actually the creation of fleets, the creation of new ships, the retrofitting and refueling of ships by default again, all automated. I could just unpause the game right now because I have everything set to automate, just suggesting things. But let's first... Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm not going to play this game a lot, so let's just let the game do its thing. I have a mod in place that highlights like military ships in red and colony ships, or construction ships are green. You guys are warping out. We can actually follow them. They're heading off and doing stuff. Like this guy's an exploration ship. He's going to go explore this star and see what might be out here. This guy is a frigate and a destroyer. I don't know what they're doing. They are going to patrol this mining operation up here. We've got a planet. At the beginning, we started in the standard era, so we have things floating around. We have existing infrastructure. This is a gas mining station, and this is a gas giant with Krypton and Caslon resources. So we have a source of those for the many things that probably require those. We've got, let's see what we got here. We got some mining stations here. We have energy research stations, providing research. We go to open up our research panel. And this, by the way, you're going to see this a couple times. I'm going to leave automation on, but it's like, hey, research is being automated. Do you want to turn off automation? And I get to say, no, don't ask me again, leave it on. I know where to go to change it. But right now, here's all your research going on. You got weapons, energy and construction, high-tech and industry, things like colonization, how to colonize different types of planets like oceanic, and an overview of your research. Right now our Empire research potential is 571,000 research points. We actually are getting more than that from our actual research capacity. So most of that's because of the Republic style and because we're the human race, so we have bonuses. So we are at our potential, or even a little bit above, so that's actually great for the opening, I think. Let's see here. What else are we doing? I'm trying to find my home world again. Here we go. So there are a lot of options. There's a lot of, this is a big map. Oh man, this is fully zoomed out, and there's still, I mean, each of these star systems could have who knows what in it. If you want, you can turn on the vectors for state ships. That shows you any ships that are moving. None of them are traveling anywhere. This is a private ship, I think. An exploration ship. Let's see here. You can turn on potential colonies. Show any around here now. The Empire influence. I like to keep that on so I can see. This is the sphere of influence that the colony provides. I only have one colony right now, and anything inside here is considered mine. If an enemy race wants to use, like for example, they wanted to mine one of the gas giants in my area, they can only do that if I give them permission to. If they wanted to come in here and refuel at one of my base stations, they can only do that if I give them permission to, which you can do. I don't think I've met anyone else yet, so I can't show you diplomacy, but I'll show it when I load the other game. Here we go. We've got the advisors wanting to build more ships. This is what I was talking about. They're going to suggest things to me and give me the chance to approve or decline. We have a lot of cash, and we're very early in the game, and I feel like having a couple extra destroyers and escort ships is a good idea. So let's just go ahead and build a couple more things and say yes. Now, those ships don't exist yet. They're going to be constructed. And if we zoom in to my large space station, my spaceport, you can see that here they are. They're under construction. Let's just click on one here and say Striker. It has got 18 unbuilt components, 15 unbuilt components. Time is advancing. It's taken days and days and days to build each component, but over time, this escort ship will be built, and so are the rest of them. And they recommend that we build a new base for 4,000 credits. Show me where they want to build this. Weapons research station for 4,000. Yeah, I think that's probably worth doing, so we'll let them do it. And play will continue like this while I just make decisions and review my empire and look at my status in the galaxy and where I'm at with my victory conditions. Here's my colony screens. I can see people are satisfied at this colony, and here's why. I can see that the only species on this planet is human, but there could be other species as well. I can look at my character screen and see different characters. Actually, my character screen is here. This is the good one. Here's my leader. Here's, my ambassador. Here's a leader. Here's my starting 2 agents. We don't know much about them yet, but we could give them missions to do to improve their skills and test their mettle. I've seen those characters get fired and killed before. I mean, fired. Like, I had a research scientist who was plus 6% research, and they fired him because he was grumpy. And I'm like, put up with him. This is kind of a nice little tool here. You can see all your colonies, you can see all your characters, you can get your spaceports, and you put your cursor over it and it'll ping it so you know where it's at, which is really nice when you have like a lot of Like if I have all this territory here expanding and expanding, and all these other species and aliens out there, it's nice to have a way to find stuff easily, including resources. There's a galaxy map. If I, for example, wanted to find out where some of the known resources were at, like, hey, I really need gold. Oh, there's gold here within this system. There's 4 pieces of gold. There's a lot of tools at your disposal to find that sort of thing out. This log here is popping up constantly, letting me know, hey, you've got stuff being built. You know, it's good. They do a good job with feeding you information in a useful manner. Navigating the user interface takes a little bit of getting used to. I did put a mod in place to change the icons to something a little bit easier to follow, and it also changes the art a little bit of the ships. Like I said, it highlights them. Also, I got another mod that improves sound effects. I like the new sound effects a lot, so I kept that mod. I mean, there's just not a lot of... What's this? Hold on, let's pause the game there. You can actually go back to, like, quarter speed. So we've researched and improved tactics, assault tactics, like giving us 25% bonus to our ground troops that we recruit. And proximity sensors, which proximity sensors have a 48,000 range for incoming ships. That's pretty good. So we'll be retrofitting our bases and our ships with these new sensors soon. I'll probably get a pop-up here pretty soon. So I don't want to go too heavy into tutorializing or explaining the game, because that's not really the purpose of the video so much, as just sort of broad level overview of what the game looks like and how it plays. Yeah, so here I look at, we have a couple of we have a sensor array and a ship that we want to put components in. The following new components: Hyper-Deni, GW1000, and the basic proximity array. So 2,000 credits to retrofit, but yeah, let's just do it. And then the ships will automatically start moving back in to get retrofitted. Let's see here. What did I want to show off? I can still issue commands to my ships if I want. This construction ship, for example, I could tell to move over to this planet. I don't have any reason to do that, though. Alright, so let's load up my existing game. Shouldn't take too long. Despite the scope and size of the game, every planet has its own searchable area. It's impressive. There's a lot going on. Okay, so here is my game already in progress. I'm playing as these lizard-like folk here. I think there is a way to actually find my species and get an overview of my empire besides the empire screen itself. I don't know where it's at. So there's a Civilopedia, Galactopedia. You can search game concepts through, and I went here instead. So here are all the races in the game. This is the race I'm playing as, these towering, fearsome reptiles. The game actually features race-specific events that can happen based on the race you are, which is pretty impressive. But these guys have the following characteristics, bonuses, and resources, and victory conditions, and colonies. They like ice planets. Volcanic planets cost 50% more normal research because they don't like the heat. Kind of a lot of species going on here. In fact, I think one of my characters isn't even a Nixar. What are my guys are called? He's a different species completely, and the planet he's on is primarily these guys, and they're just, it's just a happy colony. And this guy just sort of rose in the ranks and became governor of that colony, and he's not even the same species as my default race. Let's see, what else do I have going on? Let's just get play going on here, because there's a lot going on in this game right now, and I don't want to bog down the details, but these little icons here are all ships. Most of them are private ships. Some of these, like this guy here, an independent private freighter. He's got no markings, which means he's a pirate. But that's probably because I actually put out the call, hey, smuggle some resources because we're getting low on some stuff, and we'll pay top dollar. I'm making a ton of money. Probably helps I'm playing it easy. So it's just like, yeah, well, I don't want to have any resource hiccups. I mean, these ship components I can build. Let's take a look at ship designer here. So, nope, this is the wrong screen. It is this screen here. Nope. I'll get it eventually. No, this one. I was just at the screen. Where's it at? Troops. Ah, designs. Okay. So there's a lot of ship designs currently in place. Many of these are actually bases, passenger ships that are private. Let's just look at state ships. You got escort-sized ships, frigate-sized, destroyers, troop transports, exploration, colony, construction. So if I wanted to make, like I said, the retrofitting, upgrading is all being handled automatically. But if I wanted to just look at it, I can. Again, don't ask me, just leave automation on so I can take a look at it. And I know I can't edit it, it's already in use. I could copy as new and then make changes and save it as a new ship if I wanted to, but here's all the components on this ship. Many of which are, improved because I've made research breakthroughs. Here's like the movement, if it's just inside of a sector, it moves around here. At hyperspeed, it moves quite a bit faster. As you'd expect, going from star system to star system. We are well advised to add some troop modules. Actually, I think I can go up to 300 now because of some research breakthroughs. My destroyers can be larger in size. Nuclear Devastator. Bombarding torpedo weapon. That sounds awesome. Right now he's got concussion missiles, railguns, a tractor beam. Here's his firepower stats. Here's his defensive stats. He's got shields. He's got a little bit of armor. He's got some reactive armor strength. He's, got boarding defense. The combat actually is really fun. It all plays out in real time using all the stats on the ship and everything, plus your own race's abilities and the veterancy level of the ships. Let's see, I have a fleet. I have a couple fleets. Let's look at my fleets. Here we go. Refueling, moving. I actually need to get these guys moved because they're heading into a combat situation way over here at this debris field. There was a bunch of derelict ships from a very ancient battle. So my plan, there was also like some sort of space creature, squid things. So what my plan was to get my fleet, my first fleet. No, it's not my first fleet. I think it was actually third Strike Force fleet. The AI actually created that fleet for me. There's 4 ships in it. They are destroyers, mostly. There was one that wasn't a destroyer. It was a frigate. So it's 3 destroyers and a frigate. They should be pretty modern as far as their technology goes. So I was gonna have them clear this field out and send construction ships in to gather and take those derelict ships and then actually, do something with them, fix them. We can actually use them then. Let's see here. We want to attack pirates. Where is the pirate base at? No, we're not going to attack it directly. We're going to put a bounty on it. Let the other pirates fight it. I'm fine with that. It's a good idea. Our diplomacy guys want to send 20,000 credits to the Keskiden territory. Keskidens I actually know from a Let's Play video I watched part of. They are very aggressive. So let's just go ahead and send them some money and be friends. And cancel military. Man, my advisors just don't like these guys. Probably because we don't get along with them as a species. But I like them, and I'll tell you why. They are friendly with us. We got a free trade agreements. They naturally like us. They like our military dictatorship. We have precious few friends. We have 3 friends, and maybe we don't make them mad. So no. So I like that I can make those decisions, and the AI can actually offer them. In a lot of games like this, I kind of forget about 1 or 2 aspects of the game, like diplomacy. I just sort of let it slide, and I never think to send tributes or try and get a research agreement or something like that until the AI comes to me with that idea. So it's nice that this game features that. Alright. Oh, well, you're welcome for the monies. Actually, I didn't realize that I had discovered those guys. Let's Open those up. Where's the Keskadens at? Yeah, they have a really big military strength. I thought I did too, but they have more than I do even. My overall bar here is higher, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to whoop them in battle if that comes to it. I am quite a bit higher than most other people. There's these Ancient Guardians. There's a lot of story elements to the game if you choose to have them on, and it looks like they're turned on by default for this beginner game. Some story elements popped up while playing that were actually really cool. So these guys keep every once in a while go through a 3-year chain cycle. Must be a racial ability of theirs. We are pleased to offer Empire mining rights. Oh, that's awesome. The Keskadens want to be they want to be friends. They have mining rights. You know what? If you're willing to do it, then I will give you mining rights and refueling rights as well. There, let's be friends with those guys. They have a huge military. Let's pause it here. The Red Claw pirates offer protection, which means if we don't take them up on it, they'll attack us. But I don't think they have... They only have 2 ships. Let's see what they want. 160 credits a month? Alright, on the one hand, their 2 ships, it's probably not worth spending them any money. They should pay us for protection. In fact, previously there was a pirate base that we attacked with my first fleet and my second fleet, the combined force of which just devastated this base. And the pirates joined me. Like, they permanently became part of my empire. But I have other plans for my military ships now, so I'm going to pay these guys just so I don't have to deal with them harassing my mining ships and my construction ships. In fact, now they'll protect them, so... Alright, there's a lot of things going on in the galaxy here. These are all... This is the influence sphere for all the other colonies in our mine. Here's my... These are my colonies. No, sorry. Mine are the light purple. I thought I had 2. I guess it makes sense I wouldn't have spread out this far. There's a lot of ways to change the rules in the game. You can change the rules at game setup to say how far away from one colony another colony has to be. So you can set it to like a half a sector so that you can't have colonies spread across the entire galaxy unless they're connected by a supply chain. Let's just get this going again and see what happens. Where's my fleet at that was heading towards there? I kind of want to see them show off the combat a little bit. They're making their way slowly. Our warp speed isn't great, but it's made worse by the fact they're out of fuel, which I didn't realize until a little bit before I saved my game. These guys are refueling. I don't know. Looks like they've got most of their fuel set. What's this? There's a destroyer I sent up there. What do we got up here? Here's a derelict. Ships. What's this? Well, my constructor got there first. Oh man, I hope there's no creatures up there. Retrofit for the point defense cannon? Yep. Cancel. No, stop it. Offer millet? Yeah, okay, I suppose. Please lift trade. Yeah, ask them to do that. That'll be alright. They want to see if they want to... They have trade sanctions against us, and the AI wants to try and get them to lift those, and I think that's probably a good idea. They don't like us at all. I don't know why, though. That's these guys right here. They're annoyed with us. It looks like they successfully got rid of the trade sanction against us, though. Yeah, I don't know. Just weird. These guys really like us. We have a mutual defense pact with them. Okay, so you... I need you, construction ship, to go here. And then I need the 3rd Strike Force to take on these guys. Actually, you know what? I just realized that those giant Kaltar are right down here. Here they are, right here, floating around. Oh, man! The green guys got here before us. Oh, they're warping out, though. Okay. Alright, where'd my construction ship go? Oh, he left. Oh, he fled. Shoot. Okay, well, that's fine. These guys are almost there. Intelligence experts think we should send our agent against the Taros Empire. Yeah, I don't know much about them. Information. Steal research information. Yeah, go for it. How do our agents look? This guy's really good at counter-espionage. That's what he's doing. This guy is really good at sabotage, and he's the one that they sent off to do it, so... 3 months to complete. 85% chance. That's pretty good. See how that goes. He's the man in the field. Yeah, I know they all require refilling. I don't know what to do about that, though. They're almost there, so now I don't feel like holding them back. They're coasting, I guess. I don't know. I hope that means they can get home. I could probably build a refueling ship and send it out there, I suppose. I'm not sure how that works exactly. Here's my construction ship coming back. Okay, you go up here. And then let's see these guys fight. They're not really shooting. Okay, get off of him. They're getting out of there. I wonder if it's because they're out of fuel. Our distant relatives. Oh, they found some sort of ruins on a planet. I have explorers just all over the planet. I must have 20 exploration ships just sprawling across the world, the galaxy. Yeah, investigate. Nothing. Well, this thing destroyed my ship because it wasn't doing anything. They're retrofitting now. They're retrofitting. Fifth Fleet has 1 troop transport, and of course he has no mission. He's waiting. What do we got here? This frigates with a firepower of only 40. Nothing of interest. Okay, now the First Fleet has no mission, and they're fully fueled and upgraded. So these are these guys I'm sending in. And off they go. Shouldn't take them long to get there because they actually have fuel. This is accelerate time. It does still take months to get there. Yeah, let's just fuck with those guys. And yes. Encountered a new empire. Man, there's a lot of empires out there, huh? This map gets busy. Establish a new colony in the Swampy Moon. Where's it at? Of Arena, huh? Oh, it's in this area. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good idea. And offer an attack, yeah. Take out those pirates. We should resume trade. Well, yeah, you're the ones that wanted to stop a trade. And definitely do that. We have jump drive technology, which requires carbon fiber, krypton, chromium, and steel, but is quite faster than the current hyperdrive that we got. So that's very nice. Here's some of the tech I got. You can see I'm fission mastery. This is energy and construction. I'm into the tier 3 of some of this stuff. I focus for desert colonization because there's a planet with amazing resources and some sort of giant research bonus if you colonize there. So I'm working on that. I manually did that. That was the first time so far I've ever manually done research stuff. Rapid fire projectiles. Here's a crazy thing. So I was playing and I found an abandoned research station, and on that, from a very old species, just an ancient race. And on board they had Super beam weapon technology. I can build death rays. This technology would cost 300,000 or 30 million research points, whereas what I'm currently researching costs 240,000. I can't. It just fell in my lap. I don't think we don't even have the parts or the materials to build these things. I don't think I have a ship that can actually hold it. It's 140 points of size, and I need other components like, you know, air, gravity. Alright, Unity Forum. We have discovered the Unity Forum, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the ice moon Snu in the Argus system. Investigate. The Unity Forum provides a unique bonus to any empire that colonizes this moon. Empire-wide diplomacy bonus 20%. Man, that is a really cool... We can't colonize... Oh, we can, but its low quality is undesirable. Well, you know what? Colonize that moon. You just right-click on it and issue a command, and the AI takes care of everything. Ooh. He was under attack, but he fled. Rapid-fire projectiles break through. Okay, where's the first fleet at? They're getting there. We'll slow the game down again once we get to our destination there. Yep. And you definitely retrofit the new jump drives. I didn't take very long. Well, I'm at 4 speed, I guess. Okay. Alright. Here's this construction. Well, it looks like the other species came in and just took them out. And now I have a construction ship in here, and they don't. Ha ha ha. Alright. Yes, new colonies. Definitely. Wow, there's a lot of new colonies they want me to do. Yep. Kill the pirates. Stop messing with those guys. Yes, well, there's like 4 new colonies we're going to have to do soon. Okay, so let's call Trader. Let's have him... Okay, so my first fleet is actually arrived. Okay, so I've been playing for half an hour. That's what the saving the galaxy thing there means. I didn't get to show off killing those little space monsters, but I do like the way combat works in the game. It's just it's real time, but it's at normal speed. You can just sort of enjoy watching the cool weapons and systems that you've built on your ships, or the computers built on the ships for you, sort of work as your formations of destroyers and frigates just beam and missile and bomb the targets. And then there's planetary invasions, and there's different types of troops. Like, you can look at my troops, you can see I've got I got 3rd Nexil fighting squads. They're experienced and have fairly decent, cheap maintenance for their incredible attack and defense skill. Some of that's racial, and some of that's technology. You can compare it to these guys. I don't know what their deal is. Oh, their readiness is only 20%. They're in the middle of being built. Let's see if I have a different species. Looks like all I have are Nexil fighters of different types. These are mechas. Battle mechas. Good grief. Their attack is 38,000. Man, I don't know I even had these guys. Well, that's how it goes, I guess, when you're automating everything. Yeah, thanks, little buddy. It's hard to want to go to war with this adorable little fella there. Offer a treaty. Our advisors recommend that we cancel our protection arrangement. Nah, let's leave that going. I don't want to start a war with their two stupid ships. And no, quit trying to cancel that. Oh, stupid AI. Anyway, that's just a look at Distant Worlds. I can and have sat here for hours just playing this one map, just letting time advance and seeing where things go. The game's a natural storyteller. Just tells me stories, and I'm just here for the ride. And at some point, as I get more comfortable with the game, I'm sure I'll dive into controlling things more manually. But for now, I'm just sort of enjoying the mostly hands-off approach that I'm taking. So Alright, well, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about Distant Worlds or anything, just let me know.